All right, so once you log in to your Gmail account, you are going to discover a world of benefits right over here in your upper right-hand corner. So this is my normal Gmail account for my Christian Health Coach community. And if I click on this little group of dots here, I get to choose from all these apps. You have your linked YouTube channel to this Gmail. You'll have a live Zoom type feature here called Meet. Of course, the news, Google Play, which is phenomenal. That's where you get your apps. But what I want to focus on, and these three different features here that you're going to use together, and that is Google Drive. I'm always telling you guys about Drive and talking about the benefits of Google Drive. This is what I mean by that. This is your Google Drive. We're going to go there in a second. The other thing is your Google Calendar. If you don't already use a digital calendar app, your Google Calendar is completely attached to your Gmail, which is really convenient, you guys, because then everything's integrated. Invites from email, things like that are going to be integrated. I love Google Calendar. So if you haven't yet taken advantage of that free feature, it's here. Google Photos is where I store and back up all of my telephone photos, that we take with our smartphone, with your tablets, or even just as a backup, you can upload manually photos and video from other places. All right, so let's focus on Drive today. Inside of Drive now, you have multiple features available to you. So Drive is several things. For me personally, it is a digital storage place that's directly attached to my Gmail. It's a document creation place. It's where I start new documents by going to New, Google Docs, which is like what I used to use Word. What's it called? Microsoft Word. I now primarily use Google Drive instead of Word. I love that I can reach these documents. If I'm working on a blog post right now, blog post about time management, I can now start my notes. Okay, let me see. Title. Save more time, work smarter. Not a great title, right? It's for example only. I would never use that title. Okay. What are the top 5 points I'm going to make? Use a timer for work time. Schedule your work time into your day at the beginning of week. Use Pomodoro method. I already have a blog post with a lot of these tips in it, but I'm doing this as an example just to show you guys the features of this. Okay, use Pomodoro method. Okay, so let's say that I'm making 3 main points in this blog post. I can now come to this blog post. So I can X out this blog post right now, and it is automatically saved. I can come back into my Drive from my smartphone when I'm sitting waiting in line for something or sitting and waiting for an appointment to start. I can now pop in here and add some notes, when you need to save time and work smarter, you can, okay, fake sentence here. I can start making all these notes. Use timer feature on smartphone as a helper. So I can come in and go back out and come in and go back out on this document until I complete it. And I can do that whether I'm sitting at my desktop. I'm Xing it out right now and going back to my main Drive because it's always here. I can get to it from my phone, my desktop, my laptop. Doesn't matter which device I use. So that's one reason I love Drive. You can work on your stuff from anywhere. I will pop into my Drive half the time, and this is a sample Drive, by the way. I'm not going to show you my real Drive that I use for my personal email because it is so full of content that it would overwhelm you to see it. and I really want to show you the different features you can do here. But I use my Drive for everything from personal notes that I take from a doctor's appointment to log those and date them and have them in a folder called Doctor Medical 2021. Okay, I use it for putting together my weekly meal plans for my family. I just pop in and I have a family folder, and under that I have a subfolder called meal plans. And I just pop in the date and say, this is what I'm thinking for this week. I'm going to do an Asian chicken salad. I'm going to do sirloin and mashed potato stack. I'm going to do salmon patties and homemade mac and cheese. So I use this for every part of my life. But when it comes to using it for your business, it's so amazing to use as a work in progress place, but also a document storage place. Okay. So let me give you an example. So client folder, clients 2021, obviously, this is an example. Jane Doe is my client, right? So first of all, I can upload by going to new file upload. I can bring in all my cool forms that I'm going to be using for this client or for all my clients. And then I can form new folders like I did for the Jane Doe. You can keep forming the folders for each client's name so that you know exactly where to find that client's information. Okay. Then I bring in each of their client contracts. That's here. And this obviously would not be the sample one. This would be hers. And then I start my notes sheet. I do this for every single client. Their contact information, where I'm at in the process. You guys can see all my notes here. And then each time I meet with them, I put more notes here. January 18th, meeting number 1. Okay. I love that editing correction tool that Drive has as well. So then I have this, and I've got all my notes going from meeting with Jane Doe while I'm meeting with her. So, or, immediately following. So I love this feature. So this is just a document. So we've got her notes going. We know exactly what's going on with her. As you finish your email summaries, you can download those and put those in here, or just print them and put them in the physical folder. It's up to you guys. But the point is, you place whatever is needed for Jane Doe 2021. You are now able to park in this folder, and now you know where to find it whenever you need something on that client. So back to the full drive. This is the full drive. It has what it calls a quick access. I don't necessarily love the quick access feature. It's where it automatically places your latest worked on documents. Okay, that's all these are. You would go, if you're going to try to find something, you can either use the search here, which is great, or, why it's still doing that? Why is it doing that? You can go to the folder you're looking for the thing you're searching for. So in content sharing, you can put blog, social media, or you can even break it down further and have blog and website. You can have Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Pinterest, whatever platforms you are using, you can make those a folder. It's really up to you and how you like to organize your stuff on how you use this. But the point is that you get organized. You have main folders, and then inside of those main folders, you will create subfolders, or you will just add documents. But you can always just place a couple words in the search, like Coach Posts, okay? And look, it gives me these options to find which posts I'm talking about. Well, let's go to the blog topics. Maybe I'm talking about blog posts. This is my document inside of my content sharing. And this is just an example of how I start to organize what topics I'm going to cover each month. And I usually have the full year in front of me, but you could put the full year and not necessarily feel like you have to put every single topic. You could just have the year ready to go, and then you're adding the topics as you think of them or plan them. You do it quarterly, per semester, whatever works for you. The point is, you can always add a folder, a file, a folder from outside. I'm going to do an example of that here. Let's say I want to bring in all my slides or all my workbook PDFs for the Academy. you can literally upload this entire folder into here. And then it makes its own folder, or I'll show you what I do once it's done uploading. So it is uploading these PDFs into this main drive. I just love it, guys. It's just so easy. You can literally just bring it over. You don't even have to say upload. You can bring the folder over too. That's another way to do it. So it's fully done. So now I want to move it into administration. That's where it goes for me. It goes under administration because it's curriculum. Or maybe I create a folder that says curriculum or courses. You guys see where I'm going with this? Super simple, super personalized. You do this in a way that makes sense for you, but you have the option then to upload all those things at any point in these. Like you can go in these subfolders and still upload. Now, here are your options on what you can create. You can create a document just like Word. You can create sheets, which I'll just give you a quick example, is just like using Excel. Very similar. So if you know how to use Excel, you will have no problem using Google Sheets, which is the Google Drive version of Excel. I have a ton of my checklists and spreadsheets. I have them in here because I love, again, that I can easily see it from my smartphone, from my laptop. I can be working on it and it saves the progress as I go. There's no stress about that. I can share anything in my Drive. So I use Drive quite a bit to share PDFs, documents, and other things with you and with my audience. So when you click on the share, I need to name it, okay, example spreadsheet. Sorry about that, Drive. I knew that and I forgot. Okay, so now I can share with people and groups. I'm the owner, and you can decide anyone with this link can either view it, comment on it, or edit it. You get to choose the level of sharing that you do. So this is a great way to share items with your clients and with your email readers when you want to do something that's clickable for them that they can access. Maybe you're giving them a freebie. You could park it here in Drive, like put your ebook here, and then get that share link and link that to your email people or to your clients or whoever you're sharing it with, and they just click on that link and they are then able to access it, but it always just stays right here in your Drive. The other thing you can do is slides, just like PowerPoint. They're amazing. Lots of templates in this one too. You don't have to do just a blank presentation. You can pick a template. Okay. Also, you don't have to make slides in here. I will tell you, Canva is pretty great for creating slideshows, and you might want to do that and then just load them into here if you're going to share them or use this as a reader. But it is an option. It's an option. You want to learn how to do them here. Google Forms is super fun. So this is a way to do a form, you guys, and then you share the link and you get to track responses. I mean, look at the features available to you in this. So get explorative. Start looking into what you can do with this. It is limitless. There's Google Drawings. This is what I use actually. I use this a lot to create, like when I created the mission map, and I'm creating a healing map right now for us to use with our clients. Google Drawing is what I use for that. And I just love, like, it's super simple to like make a diagram and then choose your colors. You know, you can put your color code in here, by the way. You just click on custom and then you can put your color code here and you can make it to your brand that way. And just, you know, example drawing. And then you can make arrows. You'll see here that you have arrows like that to point it to the next box on your drawing. Very quick, very easy. You can bring in images here, just lots of features. There's lines, and you just really can create a visual for whatever it is that you are creating for your people. So that's a great feature as well. And There's a whole bunch. Maps, sites, AppScript, Jamboard. I have not gotten familiar with any of those last four, so you'd have to explore those on your own. But I just wanted you to see everything that's available to you in Google Drive, why I'm always nagging you on using it. It is secure. I've never lost a single piece of content from here. Been using it for years and years now. You're able to easily work with any interns or hired team members later on when you outsource things, because you will get to that point if you grow this business into a sustainable business. And just being able to share with your clients, your readers, but most of all, having this organized place to put your materials and be adding to them, always keeping track of things, and just really organizing yourself. So I challenge you, if you haven't done this yet, get into your Gmail or set up a Gmail. It doesn't have to be branded, it can be personal, but the idea is that you have access to Drive and that you use it the way I just showed you and all these connected apps to have this place to put your business materials. So I hope this is helpful to you. I just want to do one last little note. I said this in another training, but in case you didn't see that one, I personally, you can store videos here in Drive, photos and videos. I personally store my photos in Google Photos, which is here, and I just have a preference of still using Dropbox, which is another low-cost digital storage online. I like to use Dropbox for my videos, and I might do a tutorial for you guys on Dropbox one of these days, but for now, just know it's a great place to put videos. For now, you can put your backup videos here if you're creating videos for your content plan, but I have found that they don't move as easily in and out of Drive as they do in Dropbox. I'm very quick at moving them in and out of Dropbox versus here. So that's just my personal opinion. It's just kind of a little side note. You do what works for you. If you want to keep everything in one place right now, totally a good idea to do that here. Nothing to lose by doing that. Try and get familiar with Drive first, and then maybe extend where you put things in different places later. The idea is that you don't forget where you're putting things and forget how much awesomeness you're creating and ready to share with people, and that you have a system to easily share what you're creating. Hope this has been a helpful tutorial on Drive, you guys. I'll be bringing you some more soon.